Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Today we are February 6th, 2026. I weighed in this morning at 188.4. So a little dip and then a little back up. I feel like I've seen that um, kind of stats in the past where it'll drop really quick and then kind of stabilize and then slowly go down. So I've seen those kind of trends. So taking all that information in, but we're still down. I think we're not at a plateau yet, but I feel like I'm just gonna, maybe lock in a little more or just do a little tweak here and there about um, food dyeing. Maybe I should just completely eliminate, But I'm getting anywhere between 1,500 to 1,700 calories per day. So within reasons, think that maybe if I see that if I'm eating more closer to the 1,700 range for a couple days steady, and I see that nothing's happening, then you just adjust, and I know eventually it will keep going down, and the projection right now is consistently going down. Even though there's been spikes, it's still going down, so that's encouraging. And I've mentioned this previously that for me, losing the initial 10 to 15 pounds, it's fairly not easy because I have to put in the effort and I have to be logging and making sure I'm logging correctly, just because it's a calories in, calories out. And for me, I'm not at that stage yet where I don't need to log because I'm always eating the same thing, which currently I am kind of doing that. I'm on a good roll of having my protein coffee and then my protein bar all within, before 10 a.m. And I mix the protein coffee. So right now what I'm doing is I'm doing the actually really surprisingly good from Costco here in Canada. There's I think it's pure protein, but it's the almond one. So it's just a vanilla protein, but it's almond, and it tastes better than the just simple pure protein with, I guess, just regular milk or whatever they use. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with that. It's really good, and I just put that in my coffee, and yeah, it's easy to get those. I think it's 20 grams of protein. Yeah. Um, so I do that, and then for my workout, you saw me reviewing the Huff Bill protein bars, where it's like marshmallow. Very good. There's the cookie and cream ones, and then there's the peanut butter one. The peanut butter one is actually surprisingly good. I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter and chocolate. I feel like the peanut butter always overpowers it, and I'm a huge chocolate fan, so I'm not super crazy about that combination. Um, will I say no to it? No. But it's not my favorite. But the protein bar, the marshmallow one, is actually really good. So I think moving forward with my Costco orders, I'm gonna keep those as staples. Just so that boom, by 10 a.m. I've got 37 grams of protein, which is good. And then on lunch, I usually have an apple, a diet drink, so either a Coke Zero. No, that's not true. I've stopped the Coke Zeros and the Pepsi Zeros or anything zero that's dark because of caffeine. So I switched to 7-Up and the ginger ale options at Costco. Still the zero sugar, but no caffeine. So I have that to hold me over at 10. And then at lunch, I have, this week it's been ground beef and rice. Super simple. And then the apple. And then when I get home, it's either more of the rice and ground beef or whatever I have thought that day. It's always going to be rice and some sort of protein, so chicken, ground beef. And I do have salmon in the freezer, so I have plenty of protein options. And then carb-wise, I think rice for me is just, it's cheap. You buy in bulk, it's there, it fills you up. It's great. Could I be supplementing that sometimes with potatoes, sweet potatoes? I've done that too. But I try to focus maybe having a bigger lunch and then a smaller supper, or no lunch and then a big dinner. Sometimes I fast, I don't eat, and then I just eat when I get home. So it really depends how I'm feeling with my sleep and my energy. But I'm trying to be more consistent with bringing my lunch, so I have no reason to go out and buy these things that I could go to at Subway, Timmy's. There's so many things, when I'm at work, that's accessible to me that, are fast food, and I shouldn't be, especially I'm spending so much money on like Costco orders that I want it to last the month. I shouldn't be going out to lunch, right? So I've been doing good so far this year. If I do, let's say, forget a meal and I'm hungry, I'll go down to the second cup and get the egg white and pesto. So I get 2 of those. It's a little less than 500 calories, but it's like the protein is good and it holds me over. So if I do struggle to, whatever it is, I didn't bring a lunch, I was too lazy, I'll have the option and I'm okay with that. It's just obviously it's more money. I shouldn't be okay with it, but I'm not a superhero here. I'm doing my best. So that's my opening spiel. All that to say that hopefully by the end of February, I'll be at least around below. I should definitely be below 185. Definitely. If I can get close to 182, 183, I'd be happy with that. Even if I would manage to really increase my cardio, and then maybe that would help me get closer to 180. Cool. But I don't necessarily have a number on the scale. That's never been, I don't know. I never really cared. I only really cared when I was like, oh wow, I'm almost 200 pounds. That's where I was like, oh, okay. I do hold it, I guess, in a way that's, I don't know. I do have a lot of muscle, but I do have the curves, the ladies upstairs and the ladies downstairs, they're there. I'm trying to decrease that volume, if you know what I mean, but and so if you would look at me, you could say that I don't know what people would think of how much I weigh or how they perceive. They definitely know I'm not small. Definitely not small. Like, I'm short queen over here. But I don't know. I've never looked at the scale and felt it would be different if I knew I never worked out or I never focused on my walks and my steps, and at a time where I was running or jogging and I was maybe more active, I was still around 179, 160. I think if I go back far enough to when I got my scale, I think the lowest I've been that I recorded, I think, was around 165. I'll have to check the stats or the numbers, and I'll give an update on the next walk. But anyways, all that to say, we're still on track. We're tweaking, we're adjusting, we're learning. today we're Friday, so I'm being consistent. This is my lunch break. I said I would do walks on my lunch break, so today the goal is get 30 minutes in on my lunch break, 30 minutes after work, and then after that, today, there's no excuse. I have to do a lower body workout. I have to do my legs. So I think Fridays will be that day just because, who wants to train legs? I know a lot of girls do. I've always been insecure about my legs, just these big chicken thighs, stretch marks and cellulite. It's not always been, a feature of mine that I've been very secure about. But I feel like with me doing all the walking, I've always liked walking. I know it's not considered cardio. I don't know. But if I am in between zone 2 and 3 cardio by just walking, I mean, isn't that good? I know it's probably not good because I shouldn't be reaching those zones at just this pace, but hey, it is what it is, right? Okay, that's enough. All right, talk to you guys after. We are 26 minutes in. I'm currently at 103 active calories burned. Right now, my heartbeat's at 134. And I'm close to 2 kilometers, so not bad for a lunch walk. What helps is the opening monologue. Took like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, so that kind of flew by the time. Just watching that cartoon thing I like. It's called Chill Cartoon Vibes on mute, and I got my music here. So overall, good walk. Still got 4 minutes left around, and then I'll chill for a bit and then get back to work, and I'll see you guys back here on the tripod after work to finish the 30 minutes, and then back on the tripod to film the lower body workout. And then this weekend, I'm gonna get started on that Lego, and then probably film a few shorts with my Funko Pops and things like that. I feel like those kind of videos on YouTube Shorts especially perform very well, so if I can grab anyone's attention with, you know, the things I enjoy collecting and like the little hobbies I'm doing on the side to kind of get traction on my page, and stick around for the fitness if that's something people are into, or, you know, sometimes it is intimidating. There's so many content creators out there that do fitness stuff and that do it so well, but then there are others that it feels like not niche, but you would watch them more because you would watch them because you relate to them, their story, maybe their upbringing, where they live, the style they decide to like kind of film the content, and the intensity, or maybe it's more chill. So I'm adjusting to that on my end. Just gonna be myself and being consistent, and that's really the point for me for this, is to just take a full year, no distractions, and just be consistent. That's all. Whatever comes from it, comes from it. And I'm enjoying, honestly, I've been more creative in these last months than I have been in like a very, very, very long time. It's, if anything, probably the most creative I've ever been right now. So I'm not getting off this train. The first station is this summer for my birthday. So that's the plan, and I'll see you guys later. All right, we're back. Just finished work, did a few things, sorted laundry, got all that set up for myself. I usually get all my chores done on Friday so that I can enjoy Saturday and Sunday. And then I have like last minute chores like meal prep on Sunday. So I always set myself up for success on Fridays, especially since I get the opportunity to work from home, which I'm very thankful for. It's easier for me to get stuff done while I'm at home. And then I can start a little earlier here because I don't have to commute for an hour. So all that to say, it's Friday, happy Friday. So as previously viewed, I had done a 30-minute walk on my lunch break, and now we're back for the last 30. And then after this, I'm going to do a lower body workout. So that's about it for today, and I'll check in at the end of this walk since the opening monologue I did this, earlier than today was pretty long. So that's it for now. All right, last little update. We are 28 minutes in. I did not forget this time to restart the camera, so it goes past that 23-minute walk. I'm currently at, almost at 29 minutes, 123 active calories burned. Right now, I increased the speed in the last 5 minutes, so my heart rate is at 148, and by the time I'm done, I'll probably be at 2.2 kilometers. So the walk this morning, this one, plus my chores, it's Friday night, I'll definitely be well above my 10,000 steps, and we'll have completed 2 hours of cardio this week, which is good. So tomorrow, do more cardio, and then an upper, and then Sunday, probably gonna chill, rest, do a lot of the video editings for the next couple of Mondays. I'll be well into March already, so doing great with being consistent at just filming and uploading. So I have the format down of like the editing, where I'm trying not to over edit, just keep it simple, and then save money for microphone, and yeah. So I hope everyone has a good weekend. Whenever you're watching this, if it's on the weekend, have a good week, and we'll see each other next time.